Um, KD9MED, this is K9G Star. I was just trying to call you on the phone when I heard you throw out your call. How's my signal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, sounds good. I'll be calling the net in exactly 5 minutes. That way you got a few minutes, you can get everything ready. So, K9G Star, be clear, stand by for the net. K9G Star, be clear, stand by for the net. Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to this special Radio Expo edition of the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is K9GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby of amateur radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is to provide an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody's welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that programmed into your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those of you who may be using older radios that do not have PL capability, or the PL in your radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency of the straight 195 simplex. If I hear you, I will nod you and check in the net. Also, this is the Friday, September 22nd, 2023 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. This net is being live streamed on the internet and also recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Those of you who are checking in to the internet, Mike, K9MED in Rochelle is doing the honors. And you want to check in on the internet, go ahead and check in with Mike, and he will, in turn, will relay your internet check to the media and radio. Also, again, this net is being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Also, if you're out in the sticks, if you can hear the repeater but you can't get to it due to conditions, you're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access, you can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central hotline. Area code 815-232-FN-FN, 232-3636. The local Freeport number. I'll take your check in over the phone, but try to check it on the radio first. Okay, I have an announcement to make. Immediately following check-ins, as we have had another death in our ham radio family. As soon as we get done with check-ins, we're going to do honors to this for this individual. You probably heard it on the news on Channel 13. Steve Fash, KD9MED, passed away last Saturday. If Paul K9QPL is listening, I'm going to have him do the honors. So he and Paul and Steve worked together in the Loves Park Fire Department for many years. We'll do a tribute to him. We'll do a 1-minute all keys down moment of silence and a last call in his honor. That's immediately following check-ins. Let me reset. Okay, here's what we're going to do afterwards. Okay, first we'll take check-ins. First, we'll take a short time on mobile stations. If you have a family situation, or if you'd rather concentrate, you're driving, you can't stay with the net, we'll take your short time on mobile check-ins. After that, we'll take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins in northern Illinois. Next, we'll take general check-ins in southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. When you check into the net, state whether or not you have traffic. Your traffic consists of breakfast, bike rides, marathons, and, of course, the ham fest. The big one's coming up this coming Sunday. More about that later in the net. And, okay, we'll do our Friday Night Fun Net DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts? I made 4 of them this past on the last weekend. And, okay. Then we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Do you have any technical questions? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up in your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? Mobile, base, all mode, FT8, APRS. What kind of antenna do you want to put up on your tower? Are you having a problem with a power supply or amplifier? Do you have any technical questions? Please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Also, with Radio Expo taking place this coming Sunday, I will not have a swap net this week. I repeat, there will be no swap net this week. We'll pick it up again next Friday night. So, okay. Of course, the round table is all about going to be about Radio Expo. What are you looking forward to buy? Are you looking to buy anything, or you go there to meet people, to meet both? What would you like to see at the Handfest? And of course, I'll inquire where anybody's going. I'm definitely going to be there. Okay, with also the so-called formalities out of the way, let's get underway. Do we have any short time on mobile stations? I'd like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time. Please call now.
W9JTC checking in short time. Have a great net, sir.
W9JTC, okay, Jamie. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Maybe we'll see you. Maybe we'll see you at Belvedere this Sunday. Any more short time on mobile stations I'd check in? Please call now.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe. Short time, no traffic.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Robert transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Central and Freeport. H9NW, Tom and Roscoe. Okay, Tom, I've got you checked in. 7 Reese, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Any more short time on mobile stations do I check in? Please call now.
9SPJ and Scott in Rockford, short time.
N9SPJ, Scott in Rockford. I got you checked in, Scott. Short time, Southern. Have a good evening. Thank you for checking in. Any more short time on mobile stations do I check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCR. This is Kilo Delta 9, Kilo Whiskey Romeo, Don and Boyd. I have no traffic, Jimmy. Short time.
KD9KWR, Don and Boyd, checked in short time. Okay, Don. 7-3, you have a good evening, and thank you for checking in. Any more short time on mobile stations want to check in? Please call now. Okay, we have 4 short-time stations, so we'll move ahead with general check-ins. At this time, I'll take any general check-ins from Northern Illinois. I'd like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time. Please call now. Do we have any general check-ins from Northern Illinois you would like to check into the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9YBG, no traffic.
KD9YBG, Dale in Rockford. I've got you checked in, Dale. I'll get back to you in a few minutes around, Dale. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois that I'd check in? Please call now.
KC9QPL, Paul Spark.
K9QPL, Paul in Los Park. Okay, Paul. Thanks for checking in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the we'll start the tribute. You can go ahead and start there. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois would like to check in? Please call now.
KD9MED, Carrie in Rockford.
KD9MED, Carrie in Rockford. Carrie, the Duke of Digital DX, we've got you checked in. We'll look forward to your DX report, and later on you're at the roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois that I'd check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle.
K9MED, Carrie and Rochelle, who's live streaming the set on the internet. He's also recording the set for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Okay, Mike, I got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes around table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, there being no further check-ins from Northern Illinois, we'll see how many check-ins we get from Southern Wisconsin. Any general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
Jimmy, this is Kilo Delta 9 Golf Delta Yankee.
Kilo 9 Zulu India Papa, Joe in Janesville.
Okay, I got two stations from Southern Wisconsin checking in. KD9GDY, Jim and Boyd, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes round table. Thanks for checking in. And KD9ZIP, Joe in Janesville, got you checked in. Had a good signal last night on Chad's Simplex net. Got you checked in. I'll get back to you a few minutes round table. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, it is Friday Night Fish Fry Night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappie, bluegills. Those of you in the Milwaukee area, you're eating your Polish sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, and Braunschweiger. Well, the Brewers are about to clinch the Central Division Championship in the National League. They won't do it tonight since the Cubs won. They'll probably do it. Maybe they'll do it tomorrow. I'd like to see them do it when they get back to Milwaukee and do it in front of their home fans. That's the way to do it. Okay. And you cheese lovers, read some of that famous Wisconsin cheese. At this time, do we have any check-ins from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin? I'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is with the deepest regret that we've had another member of the ham radio family pass away. At this time, I'm going to turn the net over to Paul, KD9 QPL, and Paul, go ahead if you would, please.
KC9 QPL here. Sorry, I don't have any information about funeral and that, but I worked with him for several years on the fire department. He was secretary treasurer, and at the end, he was a deputy chief. And he retired this last June, I guess it was. So he'll probably really be missed. We'll say 73 and be clear.
Okay, Paul, I do have the information there about the funeral. Larry, K9KZT, is not able to check in the night tonight. He's at the Boylan Auburn football game, but he called me on the phone this evening, gave me the necessary information, so I will give it to you. So, okay. It is with, ladies and gentlemen, it is the deepest regret that I announce the passing of Steve Pash, KB9YX. He passed away last Saturday, September 16th. He was 70 years old. He was a longtime member of the Love Spark of Fire Department. Okay, now, the funeral service will be held tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. at Grace Lutheran Church, 343 Grand Avenue. I assume it's in Rockford. I repeat, the funeral services will take place tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. at Grace Lutheran Church, 343 Grand Avenue. The visitation will take place from 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Visitation will take place at from 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. Burial will be in Chapel Hill Cemetery here in Freeport. Burial will take place in Chapel Hill Cemetery here in Freeport. There have been a lot. He's originally from Freeport, from what Larry told me. There's a lot of Apache family around here. So, okay, we heard from Paul. Does anybody else have any comments concerning the passing of Steve Pash, KD9YX? Okay, I did not know this myself until Eric, N9MCS, called me on the phone Wednesday night and reported. He saw this on the Channel 23 news. Let's see. He, Steve, and Henry Murphy were kind of mainstays on Henry's old 440 machine. So that's about it there. So, okay. Does anybody else have any comments concerning the passing of Steve Pash, KD9YX?
KC9QPL again. I forgot. He was instrumental in getting me interested in ham radio. So that's how I became a ham.
Well, that was great, Paul. That was great, and thank you very much. So, okay, that's how my late Elmer got me into this hobby of hamstring. Al Reslap, K9SCW, World War II veteran, served on the USS Battleship Wisconsin during both theaters of operation in World War II. So, okay, thanks, Paul. Anybody else have any comments concerning the passing of Steve Pash, KD9YX? Okay, at this time, I am going to do a 1-minute all keys down moment of silence in honor of Steve Pash, KD9YX, after which I will do a last call in his honor. We will now do a 1-minute all keys down moment of silence. KB9YX, Kilo Bravo 9, Yankee X-Ray, KC9GCR. KB9YX, Kilo Bravo 9, Yankee X-Ray, Kilo Charlie 9, Golf Charlie Romeo. No signal. KC9GCR, Kilo Charlie 9, Golf Charlie Romeo, Steve Pash, went to the 1042, EOW, end of watch, Saturday, September 16th. I never knew you, Steve, but but thank you for your service to your community and becoming a long-time ham radio operator. 73 K9 GCR. May you rest in peace. Okay, this is K9 GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. We just did a tribute to Steve Pash, KB9YX, longtime firefighter for the Loves Park Fire Department, also a longtime ham radio operator. I will repeat, the funeral will take place tomorrow morning at 11 a.m., Grace Lutheran Church, 343 Grand Avenue. Visitation will be from 9 a.m. to 10:45 a.m. tomorrow. Burial will take place here in Chapel Hill Cemetery here in Freeport. For those of you who are new to the Friday Night Fun Net, we picked up when Brad, the 89G, and I started this net back in 2008. We decided to keep this tradition going after Diana White, longtime member of ham radio operator in the Rockford area, who was net control operator of the old Monday night Rockford area 2-meter net. Whenever a ham radio operator passed away, she would do a 1-minute all keys down moment of silence. When her net went bye-bye, and when we started the Friday Night Fun in December 2008, Brad and I decided to keep this tradition going. So, okay. Okay, let's continue. Do we have any more stations who'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now. All right, let's do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, FT8? Do you have any technical questions? Please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Does anybody have any technical questions they'd like to bring before the net? Okay, no technical questions. So we'll move on with to the Friday Night Fun Net DX Corner. Did you make any DX contacts this week? We sure would love to hear from them. So, okay. Anybody have any DX reports they'd like to pass along at this time?
KD9MED.
K9MED. Okay, Kerry. What do you got for us?
Thank you, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. I was on the air for only 3 hours this week. I made 35 contacts, 17 countries, and I've got a new country. In fact, it's a new continent for me. LU8DBS/Z. I contacted him on 15 meters. He's at the Esperanza station in Tierra del Fuego. That's that skinny piece that sticks out of Antarctica, south of South America. And that's 7,500 miles away. And he confirmed pretty quick, which I really appreciate. Brief reset. I also appreciate getting confirmations this week from 2 Russian de-expedition stations that I worked last year. One was in Togo and the other one was in Benin, 2 little countries in the west coast of Africa. Very appreciative of getting that. A brief reset. Since I've been back in ham radio, my first log entry was December 23rd, 2019, so that's almost 4 years ago. As of this week, I've logged 10,000 contacts, Only about 3,200 of those are outside the USA, but that's still good enough for me to get to 145 countries. So this is kind of a milestone for me, and I can only encourage you strongly that there's never been a better time to try DX than right now. The conditions are perfecto. KD9MED.
Jerry, congratulations on your 10,000th contact. I think that is definitely terrific. That's for sure. Okay. Now, just a minute. Now I'll give you my DX report. So okay. Last weekend I made up. No, wait. Oh boy, just a minute. I got the wrong page here. Where are we at here? Here we go. We'll find it. Well, yeah, last weekend I made four contacts. First station was last Saturday, on the 16th on 14.250 megahertz at 16:15 hours. The call was Whiskey 1 November Victor Tango. He was let's see, it was Parks on the Air, K3112 in Vermont. Parks on the air. I made it didn't even last a minute. That was a 16:15 hours. Yeah, of course, I was putting out a 5.9. He was giving me 8.0. Okay. The the two more contacts I made on a Saturday. 14.264 megahertz at 19 hours with the New Hampshire QSO party. The call was Kilo 1 Romeo X-ray. The contact even last about a minute. Let me reset. Okay, the second, okay, the next contact was on 14.293 megahertz at 21:18 hours. Alpha 1-4 Mike Bravo. He was giving me 9.9, with that other station, New Hampshire, was giving me 9.02. And the contact lasted about a minute. There was also a New Hampshire QSO party. The last contact was on Sunday. And believe it or not, my nephew from Texas was here. I hadn't seen him for about 8 years. Showed him my ham radio equipment, and I was able to make a contact. I wanted to show him how that works, so I made a contact with the station on 14.241 megahertz at 20:26 hours, and on the Whiskey Alpha 1 Zulu Yankee X-ray. He was giving me 5.0. And the contact lasted about a minute. Also with the New Hampshire QSO party. All in all, I made a contact with one station in Vermont, Parks on the Air. The next three stations in New Hampshire, the New Hampshire QSO party.
Fine business there, old man. You said you had WA1ZYX in there. I worked him once. On 20 meters. When was that? About a year ago, a little over a year ago.
Okay, well, great. Congratulations, Kerry. Yeah, my cousin wanted. I'll tell you what. Just before my cousin came to my nephew, I should say, before my nephew came to the door, lo and behold, there was also the Texas QSO party. I was trying to see if I could make contact with that station so I could hear it. Lo and behold, that's when the band went dead. Ain't that the way it goes? Also, the Washington State QSO party was taking place there too. So, okay, I think next month we got a couple, three QSO parties: Pennsylvania, New York, and of course the Illinois QSO party. So that'll be three QSO parties we'll be looking forward to.
I'm in.
Well, I'm always looking forward to picking up new United States counties, and there's still a few grid squares in the United States out west that I haven't picked up yet. Yeah, working the United States is a lot of fun, and like I say, for me, the signals are just booming in, and I'm just running a wire antenna. So, especially if you have the ability to work all bands, that's great. You know, I know, Jimmy, you're in a kind of a restricted situation, but nothing helps more than being able to work many bands. Thanks a lot, KD9MED.
I'm in.
Carrying thanks for checking into that DX report. We had a station come in there with a comment. Station, come back, please.
Good evening, Jimmy, and MAP, Terry, that's fantastic. You're just doing fantastic. I don't know any other words to put to that. So, I just wanted to mention real quick. Yeah, I did work last Saturday. I did work Costa Rica, which is not really a big deal. PI2 EV Victor down there. So anyway, on 20 meters, and then also I just got done working. You guys are talking about working the U.S. stations. I just got done working as we were on the radio here. NN5 SD from South Dakota, Jerry out there, and I worked him on CW. Victor in Costa Rica, I worked him on phone. So anyway, yeah, and I've got capability to do 160 through 10 here. So it's a lot of fun. That's all I can say. Hey, one last thing. I think I'm just going to mention this now. I'm going to be at plan on being at the Ham Expo, Radio Expo, Belvedere on Sunday. I'm going to be at the table there with the SKCC banner. And so I'll look for everybody there. Stop by and say hello. And I'm going to make it my 73 there. KD9, GDY, Jim and Beloit.
Hey, that sounds great there, Jim. I will definitely look forward to seeing you. I will probably be more likely at the rah-rah table, and I will probably see what happens. I'll be wearing my red Icon T-shirt, and my yellow Friday Night Fun Net cap, so that you'll recognize me then.
Fine business, Jimmy. We'll look you up there. KD9 GDY. I'm going to clear out of here. I got to get up there with the YL.
Sounds good. Hey, Southern, have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll see you Sunday. Okay. Does any other station have any DX reports that they'd like to pass along? Okay, at this time I would normally do a swap net. However, with Radio Expo coming up, I just don't feel it is appropriate to do a swap net a couple days before Radio Expo takes place. So we'll just suspend the swap net for this week. We'll pick it up again next Friday night. So, okay, before we continue, do we have any more stations that like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
Stand by hotline. Okay, KD9N, Curtin Orozco. I've got you checked in. Also, John, KC9DDF checked in on the Friday Night Fun Net online. Let me get them checked in here. Kurt, I already got you down.
No problem, Jimmy. Take your time. I got all night.
Okay, let's go ahead. Well, Kurt, I'll tell you what. As long as you're here, you go first. I know I will definitely see you at Radio Expo, but I'm asking the question to everybody: do you look to buy stuff, meet people, or both? Or what would you like to see at Belvedere?
Well, Jimmy, KC9GCR, good evening to you, and I heard Carrie there. Good evening to you, Carrie. Haven't talked to you in a long time. I got about 6 items from another ham that I've had that I would like to try and sell. So that's my main purpose of going there. But it's always good to see people. Some that, you don't get a chance to see very often, and so that's good. I don't plan on buying anything. I really can't think of too awful much that would help me out. So I'm not doing that, or I'm not planning on doing it. Mainly just trying to sell stuff. We're going to have 2 tables for rah-rah. I don't know where they will be inside the building. They won't tell me that till, actually, I'm going to be over there tomorrow afternoon, and they'll tell me where they are, because I'm going to start to get set up in the afternoon tomorrow. So you'll kind of have to look around for us a bit. But other than that, that's really about it, Jimmy. KC9GCR, KE9N.
Okay, sounds good, Kurt. Yeah, I thought rather than keep you waiting, I thought I'd get to you first there. So, okay, sounds good there. Let's see. All right, thanks for checking in, to Kurt. Hopefully Gene will check in shortly. That'll probably be less than an hour away there. Okay, so, all right. Let's go on with the round table. KD9YBG. Dale, this is probably going to be your first ham fest. What are you looking to buy, or are you looking to meet people, or what would you like to do? What would you like to see there at Belvedere?
Well, probably antenna stuff, because I already have like the radios that I want, and so it'd probably be something to do with maybe antenna line and like I'm looking more or less for Yankee antennas, basically. So that's probably what I'd be kind of eyeballing when I walk around out there. And then meet some of the people over here on the radio. KD9YBG, back to net.
Sounds good, Dale. I'm planning on being there, so hopefully we'll see you there on Sunday. Thanks for checking in. Okay, Paul, K9QPL, if you're still with us, are you planning on going to Belvedere? And what are you looking for? Are you looking to buy anything, or just meet people, or what would you like to do there?
KC9QPL, well, I'm not sure that I'm going to make it, so I haven't planned on buying anything, but I got to get the money first. We'll say 73 and be clear.
Paul, thanks for checking in. Thanks for that tribute we did about Steve Pash. I know what time. Well, I'll tell you what. I know there'll probably be bagpipers, the drum corps, and what have you, and there'll be like a regular full turnout for the fire department there, what have you. So, I assure you, somebody you have my deepest sympathy. Like I said, I never knew the individual, but that's kind of sad when your Elmer passes away there. Just like Al Reslap, K9SCW was my Elmer. So, okay. Thanks for checking in, Paul Southerly. KD9MED. Okay, Carrie. What would you like to, when you go to a ham fest, you go to buy stuff or meet people, or what would you like to see there at Belvedere?
This is KD9MED. I've got something else going on this weekend, so I can't make it out this year. Usually, when I go, I look through all the junk boxes and look for piece parts and stuff like that. Since I'm not going, I'll tell you a couple of things that I missed out on the swap meet on QRZ.com this week. The big ones that got away. Brief reset. Usually when you look at their swap meets, the stuff's pretty high priced, but this week somebody put up a hack RF1 for $100 and it had the steel case and it had all the original packaging and everything, and that's a $350 radio. So I jumped on that like a June bug, but of course that went instantly. And another one today, somebody had a precise RF loop antenna with the remote control, and even had a rotor on it, and that was $300. And of course I was there too late for that one too. Brief reset. Anyway, it's just as well because I don't need that stuff. I crave it, but I don't need it, and I've got other things that need me to spend money on anyway. So, but hey, you know, it's going to be a great day. The weather's going to be a great day for the Ham Fest. So I wish you all the very best. Have a lot of fun, make a lot of sales, make a lot of purchases. KD9MED.
Okay, sounds good there, Gary. Well, sorry you can't make it, but I was there. I remember you being there a couple years ago. You brought me home there, and I took you through right out, show you where my old QTH used to be, and had a wonderful time. Thank you for doing that. Thanks for checking in and bringing in that DX report, Gary. We'll talk to you next Friday night. Thanks for checking in. Okay, Mike, KD9MED. I'm sure I'll probably see you. I don't know if Ricky, W9AXD will be there or not. Hopefully he'll be there. Hopefully you two will finally meet after coming so close about 2 years ago. But what do you, when you go to a Ham Fest, do you look to buy anything, or meet people, or vote, or what would you like to see at Belvedere?
KD9MED here. Yep, as far as I know, I'll be there, and yeah, I just like to look around at stuff. I don't really buy too much, but you know, it's interesting for me as well, and I like to bring my daughter along. She's interested in that as well. I'll see if I can get her to come along this year. KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. Hopefully I'll meet you in person there, and hopefully Ricky can show up there too. Okay, sounds good. Thanks for taking it. KD9GDY is already checked out, so we'll definitely see him on Sunday there too. Joe, K9ZIP, what's going on with you? When you go to a Ham Fest, you like to buy stuff or just meet people or do both? What would you like to see at Belvedere?
Good evening, Jimmy and everybody on the net. This is K9ZIP. Yeah, I don't go with any strict plans to buy anything, so I like to wander around. Main reason I'm going is to wander around and look at stuff, and but if I'm being perfectly honest, I will have a pocket full of money, and if I do see a UHF VHF antenna for a good price, I'm picking that up, and also looking for QRP and mobile gear. The end decision would be based on, do I want to bring this money back home or this gear back home? Which do I want to bring home more? That's how I do it. K9ZIP, back to net.
Okay, sounds good. Hopefully I'll get to meet you there this Sunday. Thanks for checking in. Okay, Kurt already checked in, already made his comments. Let's see. That concludes my list. Are there any more stations like checking the Friday Night Fun at this time? You're coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. If you just came home, turned your radio on, you've been counting me the mail for the last 45 minutes. This is your chance of checking the Friday Night Fun that we're anywhere in the region without traffic. Please call K-Sign GCR.
KD9EPZ.
Good evening, Al. K9EPZ. Hey, I was monitoring 145-130 today. I heard you make a contact with the station, the Milwaukee Repeater. I was monitoring that repeater so I could hear any, this is HRO has their Superfest today and tomorrow. So I heard you trying to make a contact there with the station there.
Oh yeah, I was calling on it, and I guess they heard me. I had someone come back to me when I did the happy hour net on the Racine repeater. Which they linked to that repeater, and they told me that they were hearing me on that one. But they couldn't get back in on that one. So I don't know. And the link wasn't established. Doesn't get established till 5 o'clock. So yeah, I'm getting in on that one, but apparently the person I was trying to get a hold of wasn't available.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, at least I heard you. Well, at least you're getting out with that new antenna anyway. That's good. That's good to hear. The other night, no, that was Wednesday night. I was able to get the night watch. I was surprised I was able to get to that net too. Last night conditions were the hoot, but go figure. But I was able to check in Wednesday night.
Well, that's good. I was trying to get a hold of KD9SVR. He's my ride to Expo on Sunday too, but he had gone up for Superfest and went up there last night and got a hotel room.
Your recording has reached.
Oh boy. I guess you're not going to be able to go then, huh?
That don't mean I won't be able to go. I'm just saying I couldn't get a hold of him. I tried to get a hold of him on the radio because he had told me he was going to be monitoring that repeater, but apparently at the time he wasn't.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens tomorrow. I'm definitely going to be monitoring that repeater again. We'll just see what happens. Hopefully you'll get to go and I'll get to meet you in person. I remember that time. You see, that was in 2017. I got to meet you the first time. It was on Saturday. That was when they had the Ham Fest here on Saturday and Sunday. You, Justin, K9FDO, and I, we were there. We had a good time together.
I remember that, and that was the last time I was at that Ham Fest. I'm feeling kind of fortunate. I'm going to get a chance to go this time. I found someone who will take me up there and push my wheelchair.
Well, I hope I get to see you Sunday. That's all there is to it. That'll be a. I'll be praying that you get to go. We'll put it that way. And anyway, what this sounds like a stupid question, but I'm asking everybody, what do you like? You go to the Ham Fest to buy stuff, meet people, or do both? And what would you like to see at Belvedere?
I think lately, the way the economy's been and everything, I'm more looking to meet people. I don't think I'm going to be buying anything. I put just about about everything I could manage to into the antenna job, which we're still not done with. We still have to get the HF antennas back up and going again, because I'm still off HF, and my horizontal Omni for 2 meters sideband is, although it's up and it's got coax running down to the bottom of the mast, it does not have coax running up underneath the trailer to get to the shack. So I only have one coax running under there right now, and I need to get another couple of coaxes ran.
Hey, if anybody's got time on their hands, please, folks, go down to Al's QTH. Those of you who know where it's at there, go down, give him a hand, or give him back on the air on HF anyway. So put it that way. Okay, Al. Hey, thanks for checking in. I'm sure I'll probably hear you tomorrow night on the rag tune. I don't know who'll be net control. I believe we'll see what happens. Thanks for checking in. Hopefully I'll see you on Sunday.
I hope so. It'll be good to see you. It's been too long here, Jimmy. So, okay, we'll let you go there and continue on. KD9EPZ. We're back to net.
Okay, Al. Thanks for checking in. Okay, any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
K9KZT Mobile.
K9KZT. You sound great on that mobile there, Larry.
Just got the handheld, but I'm driving now, so I'm in and out. 73, and have a good net. Bye-bye.
Sounds good, thanks. Did you hear the tribute we did to Steve Pash earlier?
No, I didn't. I'm at the football game. It's halftime.
Okay, drive home safely, Larry. We'll catch you tomorrow night on the Ragtune net, 7-3. Any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now.
KC9 CFL checking in.
K9 CFL, Mike, and that's right. You're in McChesney Park now. So okay. All right, I don't know if you're going to be at the Belvedere this Sunday or not, but when you go to a Hamfest, what would you like? Do you go to buy stuff or meet people, or what would you like to see at Belvedere?
Well, Jimmy, I won't be there this Sunday. I planned on it, but my mother-in-law is in hospice care right now at her house, and she's probably not going to make it through the weekend. So, but normally I go to, honestly, the reason I go to Belvedere, Jimmy, is to see you. I love seeing you there. I love seeing all the stuff that people have. I usually end up buying something, whether it's small or sometimes it's large, depending on if my wife is with me or not. You know, the camaraderie of it is a lot of fun. So, I know John will be out there, John Alcott. I forget his call sign, but he'll be out there. I know he was going to try and set up a table, and I don't know. I was going to hang out with him, but plans change. You know, God kind of does what he wants when he wants. So, KC9 CFL, back to that control.
Mike, I'm sorry to hear about your mother-in-law. That you'll have my deepest sympathy. All right, I'll tell you what. I'm going to cheer you up. I got 3 radio nut jokes related to Hamfest. This is number 2 of the 30 original radio nut jokes. You know you're a radio nut when you spend hundreds of dollars on a new rig and then wander the Hamfest, pausing each time you pass the booth selling those $7 embroidered call sign hats, thinking, I wonder if they'll take $6.
Hey, I always wonder if they'll take $6. You know, less is more, right?
That's for sure. Okay, here's another one. This is from the late from Arthur, N9NQD. Oh boy, he was a great guy. We sure missed him. He was a great guy. Sometimes he would always check in right about 10 o'clock. And after I say 10 p.m. curfew time, parents, you know where your children are at. Yeah. But this is a radio nut joke from him. You know you are a radio nut when you spend so much time looking for advance tickets to the Hamfest, and you cannot find any tickets. That's from Arthur, N9NQD, silent key.
I like it.
Okay, here's the last one. Now, I don't know who wrote I don't know who gave me this joke, but I got it written down anyway. you know you are a radio nut when your wife says, let's go to breakfast, and you think she said ham fest.
I wish my wife would say, let's go to Hamfest. Yeah, the last time I went last year, and before I left, my wife frisked me and took all my credit cards. I was only allowed to take $100 with me in cash. She took my credit card, my debit card, everything, no checkbook. So I was able to take $100 and my driver's license. That's it.
Okay. Well, I thought I'd cheer you up with those three radio nut jokes related to Hamfest. Again, I'm sorry to hear about your mother-in-law. Yeah, my deepest sympathies. We'll be thinking of her. So, Mike, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. We'll talk to you down the log.
Jimmy, thank you very much, and thanks for your sympathy. We love what you do on the net. Actually, even my wife counts on hearing your voice every Friday night. So, KC9 CFL, back to net control.
7th read, Mike, talk to K9G Sheriff. This is K9G Sheriff with the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net here, Central here in Freeport. Do we have any more stations I'd like to check in at this time? Please call now.
Good evening, Jimmy. It's W9AXD Chad up in Janesville, and my condolences as well to KC9 CFL for his loss of his mother-in-law pending. So, go ahead.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. There, you lose a close member of the family like that. I've lost several in my lifetime. We have several members pass away from near and dear to me. That's for sure. That's for sure. So, okay, Chad, that was a great simplex net you had last night on 1464015. That was, I think you had the 7 check-ins. I did hear that station in Woodstock check in there too.
Oh, I gotta put him on my list. Was that KC9W or TAW? I think it was.
I don't know that. I couldn't tell you. All I know is I thought that was another. Listen to his voice. I thought that was somebody else. But okay, I had no idea who that was.
There was another one, Ken from, I want to say Wakanda. I was going to say Waukegan, but that wasn't right. Wakanda, Illinois. He was coming in pretty good toward the end there. W9, I think it was KDG, I believe.
Oh, okay, sounds good. That I couldn't tell you. Yeah, that was a great so, okay, now, I don't remember. Are you going to be at Belvedere? I'm asking a question to everybody here. When you go to a Hamfest, you look to buy stuff, meet people, or what would you like to see at Belvedere? But were you planning on going or not?
Oh, probably not. I guess first and foremost, we don't have a ride down there, kind of like you, I guess, if you weren't going. But I never checked if anyone from Janesville was going. But if I were to go, we'd like to meet other hams that we just talked to on the radio. Be kind of fun. And I'd also like to kind of keep a lookout for any vintage late 80s, 90s ham gear that I used to own, to see if any of that's still available in working condition.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. By the way, folks, Chad, W9AXD has his simplex net Thursday evenings at 8 p.m. on 146.415 simplex. He just started a new feature on that net. It's the rain report with Gordon West. You heard part 1 last week. You heard part 2 last night. And you hear part 3 next Thursday night there.
That's about all about Gordon West's life and how he got into ham radio. And as for a kid, 4 or 5 years old, he loved radio. So goes up all the way to today. He grew up on a ship. His parents were, I think they were fishermen, I think. But very interesting. And the radio report produced by Hap Holly, who I know, talked to him on the phone here a couple of weeks ago. Very nice guy. Hap seems like a great individual. So that's that. And yeah, I just figured I'd start something new on there. Maybe bring some other people in. I don't think nobody plays the rain report around here. I figured I might as well do it. Be kind of fun. Nothing else going on there, Jimmy, too much. I'm still waiting on my tower guy to come up and give me a hand with some stuff. See how far out I have to wait for that. Getting kind of anxious to go on HF. So that's one of the things that's going on my tower is HF antenna. So go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay, sounds good, sounds good. Hey, do you want me to put, is Erica going to check in, or do you want me to put her down as a check-in?
Hey, Jimmy, KD9 Victor Bravo X-ray here. You can put me down, and of course, we're kind of stuck here tomorrow, and I wish you guys good weather, even though we need the rain up here in Janesville. It's supposed to rain, I guess, tomorrow. So take care. Everyone who's going, be safe, and we would love to meet you guys sometime. We just don't have the wheels. So we'll take care, and back to you, Jimmy. KD9VBX.
Okay, Erica, sounds good. You two have a good weekend. Sorry you can't be at Belvedere, but that's the way it goes. So you and Chad, thanks to both of you for checking in. So, okay. Do we have any more stations? So I check the Friday Night Fun then. Please go now.
I gotta be legal here, Jimmy. So 7-3, thanks for always plugging my simplex. I do appreciate that. 7-3 to be I9HF Janesville. I'll be listening.
Sounds good, Chad. Thanks. You're welcome. K9 G-Sharp and clear. K9ZIP. Joe, are you still on frequency?
This is K9ZIP. Go ahead.
Okay. Did you hear the net earlier when I did the tribute to Steve Pash, the ham radio operator who passed away, and the firefighter? Did you happen to hear that?
I did hear it, yes.
You also heard the moment of silence and the last call in his honor?
I heard the last call, and the moment of silence was silent.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I know you had asked me during the Health and TechNet last night. You asked me if I could do it last night. I said, oh, we'll do it tonight. So I'm glad you stuck around for that. Okay, thanks. We'll let you go. Thanks for checking in. All right. Any more stations want to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please go now. All right. This is going to be the last time you hear this, but this is from the September AMRAG, or we out. 2023 Radio Expo, Northern Illinois' largest ham fest. Sunday, September 24th, 2023. Dealers, radios, computers, electronics, raffles, talking repeaters. 146760, 107.2 Mysos at CFMC. I don't know if anybody, that repair is located in Chicago. I don't know if they're going to have any luck to try and hear anybody on there or not. That far out. Okay. I can't even talk. The Ham Fest will take place at the Boone County Fairgrounds. 8791 Illinois 76, Belvedere, Illinois 61008. Indoor market, 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. Flea market, 6 a.m. to 3 p.m. Breakfast, lunch, bring the family. Hourly drawings. BE testing, 9 a.m. to noon. RVs or motor homes, camping, water, electric, $45. So, okay, and if you're going to be working at the tables, you got to have tickets for that too. So, okay, sounds good. Hopefully we'll see everybody there. So, okay. Do we have any more stations want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please go now.
Jimmy, what was Steve's call sign, the gentleman who passed away? He did tribute to you. I missed that earlier.
Steve passed. Kilo Bravo 9, Yankee X-ray. Kilo Bravo 9, Yankee X-ray.
I don't recognize that call sign, but and my condolences to his family there. So it's always sad to have a silent key. So thanks for doing this tribute tonight, Jimmy, although I missed it. W9AXD.
Okay, if you know of anybody who has a Facebook, this net is being recorded for future replay on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. If you know of anybody who has Facebook, the ham radio operator that is, go to that, have him punching his call sign, follow the instructions, and you can listen to it. That's one of the first things I did after I did the check-ins here tonight.
All right, Jimmy, will do. Thank you. W9AXD back to that.
Oh, no, I can't sign GCR. Any more stations wishing to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please go now. Okay, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Now, when I go to Belvedere, the one thing I definitely positively have to have is a new general Q&A book. I can't use the old one expired on July 1st, and the new one that took effect on July 1st of this year. So I got to get a new one. That way I got I'm up to date with the text general and extra Q&A books. So then we can do a full trivia segment with reading all these questions. But what I am going to do now, I don't know how many people are listening on a scanner or planning to take the test at the Ham Fest this coming Sunday. We're going to do Friday Night Fun Net trivia. This is really for the benefit of those who are taking their ham radio license, taking their test for the very first time, the technician class. Okay, let me find just a minute. Okay, first question. Who may select a desired call sign under the vanity call sign rules? A, only licensed amateur with a general or amateur extra class license. B, only licensed amateur with an amateur class extra class license. C, only a licensed amateur who has been licensed continuously for more than 10 years. D, any licensed amateur. Who may select a desired call sign under the vanity call sign rules? A, only a licensed amateur with a general or amateur extra class license. B, only a licensed amateur with an amateur extra class license. This is not double talk, folks. C, only an a licensed amateur who has been licensed continuously for more than 10 years? D, any licensed amateur. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9BBX, I'm guessing D, anybody can have a vanity call sign.
You are correct, Erica, you are correct. Who may select the desired call sign under the vanity call sign rules? Correct answer is D Delta, any licensed amateur. 97.19. Licensed hams can pick any available call authorized for their license class. There are many available calls for technician licensees to choose from in the Group C 1x3 and Group D 2x3 call sign format. And read the license manual page 7-17. Alright. Okay, let's find another one here. Alright. I read that question a couple weeks ago. I'm not reading it again. Stand by. Okay. What is the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, or ARES, or ARES? A, a group of licensed amateurs who have voluntarily registered their qualifications and equipment for communications duties in the public service. B, a group of licensed amateurs who are members of the military and who voluntarily agree to provide message handling services in the case of an emergency. C, a training program that provides licensing courses for those interested in obtaining an amateur license to use during emergencies. D, a training program that certifies amateur operators for membership in the Radio Amateur Civil Emergency Service, or RACES. What is the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, or ARES, ARES? A, a group of licensed amateurs who have voluntarily registered their qualifications and equipment for communication duty in the public service. Let me reset. B, a group of licensed amateurs who are members of the military and who voluntarily agreed to provide message handling services in the case of an emergency. C, a training program that provides licensing courses for those interested in obtaining an amateur license to use during emergencies. D, a training program that certifies amateur operators for membership in the Radio Amateur Civil Emergency Service. Anybody correct to answer this question?
W9AXD Delta.
Sorry, Chad, that's not correct, but thanks for trying. Anybody else want to give it a try? Okay, what is the Amateur Radio Emergency Service, ARES? Correct answer is C, Charlie. A training program that provides licensing courses for those interested in obtaining an amateur license used during emergencies. ARES consists of licensed amateurs who have voluntarily registered their qualifications and equipment for communications duties in the public service. Its members support local and regional government and non-governmental agencies such as the Red Cross, Salvation Army, and National Weather Service. Any licensed amateur can participate in ARES. And read the license manual page 6-18. I'm a member of Stevenson County ARES. I'm also a member of the Northern Illinois Skywarn. And also our Skynet program here in Stevenson County is currently dormant. Hopefully they'll get activities going again next year. Okay, let's find another one here. What band is best suited for communication via meteor scatter? A, 33 centimeters. B, 6 meters. C, C, 2 meters. C, 70 centimeters. What band is best suited for communicating via meteor scatter? A, 33 centimeters. B, 6 meters. C, 2 meters. D, 70 centimeters. Anybody correct to answer this question?
Since nobody's guessing, Jimmy, I'll make a wild guess at it. C like Charlie, W9AXD.
Oh, sorry, Chad, that's not correct. Hey, thanks for trying. Anybody else want to give it a try?
I'm going to guess 6 meters, Jimmy. I was on the phone with a friend studying for her license, so I'm letting her guess. So I'm going to guess 6 meters.
You are correct, Chad. You are correct. What band is best suited for communicating via meteor scatter? Correct answer is B Bravo, 6 meters. The best band for meteor scatter is 6 meters, and contact can be made at distances up to 1,200 to 1,500 miles. Henry relies on manual page 4-3. Chad, you say somebody is listening to this on the telephone, or what's this?
Jimmy, got a friend who just called me. She's local in town here, and I gave her a study manual for technician. I don't know if she's reading it yet or not, but she wants to get her hand license, so I let her guess the other two here. So I was giving the answers she wanted to see if she got it right. So, but yep, we're going to help her study for her test here coming up sometime.
Okay. Well, the next VE testing session after this one on Sunday will be on the Saturday, October 7th, here in Freeport, and the next one after that will be in December. Any other VE testing sessions I'm not aware of. And by the way, I do not know how the VE testing session in DeKalb came out last Saturday. I listened to DeKalb Net on the 730 Repeater Monday at 8:30. They did not say boo. They didn't say anything. I don't know how that turned out at all.
Come out good. I hope you got some new hands. I know that the testing is kind of slacking off maybe sometimes. But yeah, she's not going to go to Belvedere for a testing session. That'd be a long hike. So doesn't drive at this point. So, but there's a testing session in Janesville, a block away from her building. So it'd be good to walk up to the church up there and do that. St. John's is a church. I don't know what date it's on, but that's probably your best shot.
It would be best if she went to a place closer to home there, that's for sure. Okay, Chad, thanks. Okay, continuing on with trivia. How is squelch adjusted so that a weak FM signal can be heard? A, set the squelch threshold so that receiver output audio is on all the time. B, turn up the audio level until it overcomes the squelch threshold. C, turn on the anti-squelch function. B, enable squelch enhancement. How is squelch adjusted so that a weak FM signal can be heard? A, set the squelch threshold so that receiver output audio is on all the time. B, turn up the audio level until it overcomes the squelch threshold. C, turn on the anti-squelch function. D, enable squelch enhancement. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
KD9MED, A is an alpha.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. How is squelch adjusted so that a weak FM signal can be heard? Correct answer is A alpha. Set the squelch threshold so that receiver output audio is on all the time. To keep from having to listen to continuous noise when no signal is present, the squelch circuit mutes the receiver's audio output when no signal is present. and radio license manual, page 5-8. Okay, well, find another one here. Okay, what is the voltage across a 10-ohm resistor if a current of 2 amperes flows through it? A, 8 volts. B, 0.2 volts. C, 12 volts. D, 20 volts. What is the voltage across a 10-ohm resistor if a current of 2 amperes flows through it? A, 8 volts. B, 0.2 volts. C, 12 volts. D, 20 volts. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, what is the voltage across a 10-ohm resistor if a current of 2 amperes flows through it? Correct answer is D delta, 20 volts. D equals 1 times 1, the power equals 2 amps plus times 10. I'm not reading that. Fooey, who cares? Find another one there. Oh. All right. Oh, I read that a while back. I'm not reading. I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions. So, all right. Oh boy. Okay. Okay. What is a disadvantage of air core coaxial cable when compared to foam or solid dielectric types? A, it has more loss per foot. B, it cannot be used for VHF or UHF antennas. C, it requires special techniques to prevent moisture in the cable. D, it cannot be used at below freezing temperatures. What is the disadvantage of air core coaxial cable when compared to foam or solid dielectric types? A, it has more loss per foot. B, it cannot be used for VHF or UHF antennas. C, it requires a special technique to prevent the moisture in the cable. D, it cannot be used at below freezing temperatures. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
KD9MED, C is in Charles. Or Charlie, anyway.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. What is the disadvantage of the air core coaxial cable when compared to foam or solid dielectric types? Correct answer C, Charlie. It requires special techniques to prevent moisture in the cable. Connectors that conceal the coax core must be used with extra attention paid to waterproofing. Another technique is to pressurize the cable. And read the license manual, page 4-17. Okay, I don't know how many of you work satellites or not, but I'm going to read this question anyway. What causes spin fading of satellite signals? A, circular polarized noise interference radiated from the sun. B, rotation of the satellite and its antennas. C, Doppler shift of the received signal. D, interfering signals within the satellite uplink band. What causes spin fading of satellite signals? A, circular polarized noise interference radiated from the sun. B, rotation of the satellite and its antennas. C, Doppler shift of the received signal. D, interfering signals within the satellite uplink band. Anybody correct to answer this question? Okay, I guess nobody works satellites. I'll go ahead and read the question and give the correct answer. What causes spin fading of satellite signals? The correct answer is B Bravo, rotation of the satellite and its antennas. Refers to another question. I'm not going to bother with it. Find another question here. Oh boy. I think I read this. Hold on there. Okay. Which of the following precautions should be taken when measuring high voltages with a voltmeter? A. Ensure that the voltmeter has very low impedance. B. Ensure that the voltmeter and leads are rated for use at the voltages to be measured. C. Ensure that the circuit is grounded through the voltmeter. D. Ensure that the voltmeter is set to the correct frequency. Which of the following precautions should be taken when measuring high voltages with a voltmeter? A. Ensure that the voltmeter has very low impedance. D. Let me read that again. I can't even talk. Which of the following precautions should be taken when measuring high voltages with a voltmeter? A. Ensure that the voltmeter has very low impedance. B. Ensure that the voltmeter and leads are rated for use at the voltages to be measured. C. Ensure that the circuit is grounded through the voltmeter. D. Ensure that the voltmeter is set to the correct frequency. Anybody have correct answer to this question?
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway.
Go ahead, Kurt.
I'm going to say B as in Bravo.
Now, let me understand. Did you say D Delta as in B Bravo?
B as in Bravo, not Delta. B as in Bravo.
Okay, Kurt. Well, it don't matter. It's not that's not the correct answer. Thanks for trying. Anybody else want to give it a shot? Okay. Which of the following precautions should be taken when measuring high voltages with a voltmeter? Correct answer is D Delta. Ensure that the voltmeter is set to the correct frequency. Ensure that the voltmeter and leads are rated for use at the voltages to be measured. Amateur license manual page 3-4. All right. Before we continue with trivia, you're going to read a couple more questions. But before I do that, we have any more stations I'd like to check the Friday Night Fun net. Please call now.
Hey, Jimmy, I got a question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
That doesn't make sense, though, because when you're measuring some high voltage, you're talking about voltage, not frequency. Do they have that question? D is in Delta. You're saying to make sure that it's set for the right frequency. That doesn't make sense. You're measuring voltage.
That I couldn't tell you. I'm just going by what the book says. But I think you might be. I think you may be right on that point.
Well, I would think you'd want to make sure your leads and the voltmeter are capable of measuring the voltage that you're measuring, and that's why I answered B as in Bravo. But if you're measuring voltage, that doesn't make sense on D, that they say make sure your voltmeter set to the right frequency. Tell them they're wrong.
Well, maybe when they come out with a new textbook next year, maybe you'll have the right answer. But I think you got a point there. I agree with you 100% on that one.
It's got nothing to do with frequency.
Okay, sounds good. I think somebody else is trying to get their other station come back.
K9EPZ. Yeah, I want to know what make and model of what voltmeter has a frequency adjustment.
stand by, stations. I'm on the phone.
Hey, that doesn't make sense, Al.
It doesn't. No, I can't say that I've never had a voltmeter that had a frequency counter built in it, but it has nothing to do with measuring voltage.
It has nothing to do with the frequency. I mean, in general. Now, an RF voltmeter is a little different than like an AC or DC voltmeter, like what we commonly have. But in general, I think he said, if you're measuring high voltage, well, if you're measuring high voltage, no doubt it's probably DC anyhow. So frequency doesn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah, boy, you mean I could have failed my test?
Yeah, I don't know. I think they just made a mistake on that question.
That wouldn't be the first one I've heard come off that book. I don't know.
Oh well, it's the way it goes. All right, we'll wait for Jimmy to come back then. Good to hear you, Al. KD9N.
In from the lake in Wisconsin, Wisconsin there. So okay, Kurt and Al, go ahead with your comments. I was on the phone.
No, we're pretty much done, Jimmy.
Okay, sounds good, thanks. All right. Last question of the evening. All right. What are the toughest questions in the Tech General or Extra Q&A? Your tower questions, of course. You new hams, when you get your licenses sometime down the road, you're going to be part of a tower climbing expedition. You're either going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of a ground support crew. This next question, if they give this question tomorrow or Sunday, the BE testing session, you answer it correctly, it might be the one that puts you over the top as far as getting your technicals. Okay. All right. Which of the following establishes grounding requirements for an antenna, radio tower, amateur radio tower, or antenna? A. FCC Part 97 rules. B. Local electrical codes. C. FAA tower lighting regulations. D. UL recommended practice. Which of the following establishes grounding requirements for an amateur radio tower or antenna? A. FCC Part 97 rules. B. Local electrical codes. C. FAA tower lighting regulations. D. UL recommended practices. Anybody have a correct answer to this question? You tower climbers should know the correct answer to this question by heart. I guess our tower climbers are not with us. Okay, here we go. Which of the following establishes grounding requirements for an amateur radio tower or antenna? Correct answer is B. Bravo, local electrical codes. It refers to the above question, but we're not going to skip. We're not going to worry about it. Oh, what the heck? I'm going to read it anyway. Which of the following is true when installing grounding conductors used for lightning protection? A. Use only non-insulated wire. B. Wires must be carefully routed with precise right-angle bends. C. Sharp bends must be avoided. D. Common grounds must be avoided. Which of the following is true when installing grounding conductors used for lightning protection? A. Use only non-insulated wire. B. Wires must be carefully routed with precise right-angled bends. C. Sharp bends must be avoided. D. Common grounds must be avoided. Anybody correct to answer this question?
KD9 APZ, C is in Charlie.
You are correct, Al, you are correct. Which of the following is true when installing grounding conductors used for lightning protection? Correct answer. C, Charlie. Sharp bends must be avoided. Starting at your antennas, all towers, masts, and antenna mounts should be grounded according to your local building and electrical codes. These connections are made at the tower base, or in the case of roof mounts, through a large diameter wire to a ground rod. Ground connections should be as short and direct as possible. Avoid sharp bends. Where cables and feed lines enter the house, use lightning arresters grounded to a common plate that is in turn connected to a nearby external ground, such as a ground rod. All ground rods and earth connections must be bonded together with heavy wire as well. Ham radio license manual, page 9-5. This concludes Friday Night Fun Net Trivia for this week. Well, I'll do it again next week when I have my full complement of books there. ARRL Tech, General, and Extra Q&A books. So, those of you who are listening, hope you wrote down the right answers. Keep them in your head. And don't take them to the BE testing session this coming Sunday, or you'll end up in the doghouse. So, congratulations, good luck to all of you, and let's hope you all pass with flying colors.
K9FLO.
Do we have any more stations that would like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
K9FLO.
K9FLO. Good evening, Dean. I'll make it quick there so you and Kirk can rag to there. Are you planning on going to a Belvedere? And what do you look forward to when you go to Hamfest? You look forward to buy stuff, meet people, or both? And what would you like to see at Belvedere?
Hi, good evening, Jimmy and everybody else out there. Planning on it if it doesn't rain. If it rains, that probably will change everything. But enjoy. Usually, this year I'll probably be selling. No, I have no buying needs anymore. That's pretty well history. But probably selling, and of course the contacts are always great to run into everybody you don't get to see otherwise. And yeah, the fun parts of a ham fest there, and also sometimes the food. KC9GCR, K9FLO.
Yeah, they're calling for a 20% chance of rain on Sunday. So yeah, they'll definitely have they'll serve lunch and all kinds of stuff there. Okay, Kurt, KD9MED is on there if you want to get back to him. Well, you guys go ahead.
K9FLO, KE9N. What's going on there, neighbor?
Hey, good evening, Kurt. Not much. Just got down here, run a little behind, got involved in one of the spouse's projects I was helping her on. So, let's see. Just getting stuff ready. Trying to think what to do and hope the weather's good. Don't have a whole lot to bring, but, you know, get rid of a little bit, all that counts. It's going to take me years to empty the house out, so probably never get it done. Did you get that coil cleaned up?
The toroids? No, I have not yet. But that'll be something down the road. I've been busy with getting my stuff. I got about 6 items, I think. I'm taking to, well, 6 or 8 items I'm taking to the Ham Fest. So, you know, I've been paying your Social Security, so make sure you bring at least 1 suitcase full of money and you can buy the stuff.
I think they'll take a debit card.
No, I'm a reasonable person, but I'm not that reasonable.
Hey, you know, I just thought of something. Is Milwaukee having their event this weekend too?
You I'd have to look it up in the ham rag, and I can't remember, Dean.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
And Jimmy, is it tomorrow or Sunday or both?
It started today and it's continuing tomorrow.
Oh, there you go, Dean. You can take that suitcase up to Milwaukee and empty it.
Oh, see, I get a plan. Except I think they're, I think it's, well, we'll be having our thing Sunday, so I won't have the suitcase full yet. You know, that doesn't make any sense. You know, close as they are, and there's people from Milwaukee that come down to the Belvedere, you would think that they would adjust that to appropriate to Chicago. But then I don't know. You know, years ago, this ham fest used to be one of the biggest in the area. Of course, that was when it was Lake County, but they used to have a horrendous turnout. And everybody, at least the stores, AES used to do their stuff either the week before or week after because of the ham fest here. But they don't really seem to, I don't know. You'd think they would want to take advantage, not interfering with any potential customers coming up. You know, from all that money we're going to make at the ham fest, we'd be able to bring that up the next weekend and spend it up there. Don't you think that would be a better plan there, Kurt?
Well, you'd think so, but HRO hasn't called me for my opinion, so I think it really probably doesn't matter. You know, what's interesting is many years ago when up in Milwaukee it was Amateur Electronics Supply. If I remember right, and we were doing something with the ham fest, I don't know if it was a CFMC or, you know, we had a ham fest at the Metro Center one time. Anyhow, the point would be, I called them up at Amateur Electronics Supply to see if they were coming down, and they said no, they're not coming down. It wasn't worth it for them. And I go, how can it not be worth it for you? I mean, you're talking about a 45 or 50-minute trip. At least bring some stuff. But they go, no, unless you want to pay us to come, we're not doing it.
Wow. Yeah, the attitude. Yeah, that sounds about right. Well, you know, I wish, you know, the Belvedere would be a little bit bigger than what it has been. That certainly would have an impact. And I don't know what's the big one now out of Chicago, if that's the one they have over at the, or this winter at the, they used to have at the, no, I can't think of it, not a fairgrounds, but a racetrack. Wheeling, I think it was. And that used to be a pretty good size. I have no idea if that's being done anymore. And I think that one they used to have manufacturers show up at that one. So whether that still goes or not, but yeah, understandable. Hey, we only got few numbers here, and I guess goes to the area. Oh well. K9N, K9FLO.
Now, are you going to have your stuff outside? Are you going to, is Chuck going to bring anything?
I'll find that out tomorrow for sure what he's going to do. And if he's going to show up, I've got one, I'll throw that antenna on his truck, and he's got my other antenna to that Titan Gap or whatever it is. So I'll be there with that, but I'm not sure if he's coming. He hasn't gave 100% commitment on it, but I think he's leaning towards it since the weather so far is looking like it's going to be. Problem again is we don't have any table. He doesn't have any tables to put stuff on, so they have to be on the tailgate. And I think the plan was to sit over there by where Greg's at and Brett's going to be at. And of course, I got big tables there and probably a good share of those. So tomorrow I'll probably know for sure for what's going to happen on it. So yeah, so kind of up in the air still. Darn it! Wish I had a better answer on that.
No, that's okay. Well, I'll probably at some time meander down to the end there and see those guys, but otherwise I'll be at the tables, the rah-rah tables on the inside. Anyhow, I'll let you go there, Dean, and I'm sure I'll see you sometime over the weekend. K9FLO, KE9N.
All right, Kurt, we'll see you there. Looking forward to it. I hope they have a good turnout. I really do. Just like to see have some people there and everybody do a lot of buy-in and things like that. So besides, it gives us makes this our official ham weekend, and of course the true start of fall. K9N, K9FLO will be clear, and I'll shoot it back to you there, Jimmy.
This is K9GCR with the Friday night fun net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday night fun net Central and Freeport. Okay, you guys, you guys have a good evening. Thanks to both of you for checking in. And I was monitoring 145130 Milwaukee repeaters. There was this. I didn't hardly hear anybody that. Check in. That was their talking frequency for the that Superfest. I remember one year back in 2018. They had the Superfest because we went there. I went there special back in 2018, and the following weekend they had the CFMC Hamfest. But yeah, I will just see what it'd be great if they would have it on, move it back to Saturday. I think that was great. I think 2017, was the last year they had it on the Saturday, because it was very hot there. Al, K9EPZ, Justin, K9FBO, and I were there, but it was definitely hot there. So that was about it there. Okay, guys, we're not a formal net, so it's great to listen to these two guys together. So that's what makes the net worthwhile as far as I'm concerned. Okay, do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. Okay, let me give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. In about 14 minutes, if you're able to pick up the 443.750 repeater in Chicago, PL 114.8 plus offset. Night watch, and that will be getting underway. That net runs 7 nights a week. And this past Wednesday night, I was able to check in. If the conditions are favorable, I'm able to check into that net. But if you cannot get into their repeater, you can get in via the EchoLink. Their repeater is located on top of one of the tall buildings in Chicago, overlooking Lincoln Park. So. A couple of times they've even had check-ins from across the lake in Michigan. That ain't bad at all. Night watch net will be getting underway at 10 o'clock. In about 13 minutes on 443.750 repeater in Chicago. Don't forget the Saturday evening rag tune net tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. I don't know who'll be net control then, but we go around a few times. Usually net control brings up, let me reset. I don't want to do it like I did last year when the repeater timed out, cuckoo, and what have you. But anyway, net control usually picks a topic. You want to talk about that topic, great. If you don't, you can talk about something else. We go around a few times, we bring up well, that's what it's all about, rag tune. Hence the name of the net, Saturday evening rag tune net at 8 p.m. on this, tomorrow evening on this repeater. The Saturday night fun net is also held at 8 p.m. on Saturdays on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee, PL 127.3 minus offset. You got to check in a certain way, and some of the topics they talk about, I wouldn't even dream of bringing them up on this net. Sunday evenings, you got the Greene County Aries Races net at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. The PL 123.0 Maya Saucet. Scott, K9YI has net control of that net. He did not run the net last week. It was Brandon, K9CNU was net control. So, but Scott will run it this week. It's a combination Aries Races and a Rag-2 net, if you know what I mean. Then at 8 p.m. On the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere with a PL 114.8, correction, 100.0 plus offset, the Big Thunder Amp Radio Club holds its Sunday evening net. Also at 8 p.m., the Whiteside County Aries Group holds its Sunday evening net on 146.850 repeater Sterling, PL 114.8 Maya Saucet. Shouldn't have problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is located 300 feet on the air on the Illinois State Police Troop 1 radio tower. Monday evenings at 7 p.m. on this repeater. We got the Rah-Rah info net. Larry, K9KTT, and I share the duties and net control operator. I run the net. I ran the net last Monday. He will do the net this coming Monday. Then at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon with a PL 82.5 Maya Saucet. Lee County Aries Group holds its Monday evening net. And the Kishwaukee Amp Radio Club holds its Monday evening net at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb with a PL 100.0 plus Maya Saucet. Tuesday evening, we got the Tuesday Health Tech and Social net at 7 p.m. on this repeater with Larry, 89GO in Rockford. We ask everybody how their health is doing. Anybody has any technical questions, you want to bring up something during the net. Oh, by the way, at the conclusion of the Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday evening net, Larry, K9KTT has Morse code practice. Then also Tuesday evenings at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville, the PL 123.0 Maya Saucet, the Rock County Public Service net is held. Let's see, at 8:30 p.m. This is the new net the guys down in Ogle County just started a few months ago. The Ogle County Amateur Radio net is held on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with a PL of 146.2 plus offset. You can bring up a topic you want. You just check in if there's time. One moment, please. Excuse me, I had a sneeze here. If there's time, they'll go to a simplex net. That simplex net is held on 146.595 simplex, and usually I hear the stations come in pretty good. Then at 9 o'clock, they switch back to the 147.165 repeater for the Ogle County Amp Radio net for Aries Skywarn. You might as well say it's a combination of 3 nets and 1. Well, they're separate nets, of course, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm trying to get at. Okay. 7 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater. The PL 114.8 plus offset. I do the Stevenson County Aries net. I'm the net control. I think I had 6 check-ins. Then at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Beloit with the PL 123.0 plus offset, the Greater Boyd Amp Radio Club holds its Wednesday evening net. I'm sorry to say I'm not able to get into that repeater, let alone hear it. We'll put it that way. Then at 8 p.m. here in Freeport on the 147.390 repeater with the PL 114.8 plus offset. We have our Wednesday evening swap net. Mel, K9RFD, and I share the duties of net control operator. I ran a net this past Wednesday. I think I had 9 check-ins. Mel's going to be out of town the next week, so I'll be filling in for him, and he'll be doing my slot the following week. We have a Hampshire Radio News line, 15-minute independent news broadcast of both entire and Hampshire Radio. So, but there will be no such broadcast this coming Wednesday night. This Mel won't be around. Then Thursday evenings, of course, we got the Thursday evening Health, Tech, and Social Net. If Ricky, WX9RLT is around, you'll do the Northern Illinois Skywarn Training Net first, and then I'll do the Thursday evening Health, Tech, and Social Net. I think Ricky got railroaded into that job there at Flying J. We'll leave it at that. We talk about how you're doing health-wise. If you have any technical questions, anything else you want to bring before the net. And again, Lurie K9KCT has a Morse code practice at the end of that net. And don't forget, at 8 p.m. on 146.415 simplex, Chad, W9AXD has his Thursday evening Rock County simplex net. He had 7 stations checking in. He just started doing the rain report. Last week he did part 1 with Gordon West. Last night he did part 2 with Gordon West. And next Thursday he'll do part 3 with Gordon West. So, a biography if you want to put it that way. Do check into that simplex net every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. on 146.415 simplex. One moment, please. Okay, I believe that's it as far as the nets go. I can't think of anything else. Oh yeah, on HF, the senile net is held every day, Monday through Friday, from 1400 to 1500 hours Zulu, or 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. local time, on 14.287 megahertz, 20 meters upper sideband with Chuck, W9BB as your net control operator. Okay, you're all up to date on your local nets. Support your local net control operators, your local nets, your local repeaters. If you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local club. Now, we have any more stations that like to check the Friday Night Fun Net this time. Please call K9GCR. Okay, let me tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-3636 or 232-FN, local Freeport number. We had 2 check-ins on the phone. John, K9DF and Elgin, and Dave, AK9F, checked on the phone up in Wisconsin. So, did you hear that? Did you hear that phone ring earlier when John checked in? That's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony baloney cell phone ring. You've seen pictures of it on the Facebook page. It's a traditional red desktop touch-tone telephone. It runs like a tank, put it that way. The next I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun Net, the Central Facebook page. This net is being live streamed around the world on the internet. It's also being recorded for future rebroadcast on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page. Go to Friday Night Fun Net Central Facebook page, punch in your call sign, file instructions, and you're in business. You can listen to the Friday Night Fun Net all day, every day, all night, every night. It's Friday night, every night of the week. Let's say it's 3 in the morning, you can't sleep. I said, oh, I'm going to turn on Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. Maybe that'll put me to sleep. That doesn't put you to sleep, nothing will. So, we'll listen to Friday Night Fun Net every night of the week with the Facebook page. We had AH2I, Brad, and Ricky, WX9RLT are in charge of it. This is K9RFD Repeater, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting from Friday Night Fun at Central and Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, you know where your children are at. Lockdown, lockdown. At this moment, Winnebago County Jail in Rockford is going into lockdown. Kerry, K9MED was telling me he listens to the Winnebago County Jail frequencies on his scanner. Every night at 10 o'clock, dispatch called radios and corrections officers, lockdown, jailbirds, it's time to go to bed. Turn the lights out, get to bed. Good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. Okay, as I was saying, Brad, AH at 2I and Ricky WX9RLT are in charge of the Friday Night Fun at Facebook page. Go to the Facebook. Those who have Facebook, go sign up and punch in your call sign, follow instructions in your business. I don't know how many stations we have on that Facebook page. You'll see updated pictures of my Amtrak, pertinent information about Friday Night Fun Net anymore, and that's about it there. So, okay, if you want to sign up for the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page, contact Ricky WX9RLT or Brad AH2I, and they'll get you signed up. Do we have any more stations like checking the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, at this time I'm going to read the answers code. 1. The answer is considerate. He never uses the air in such a way as to lessen the pleasures of others. 2. The answer is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and to the American Radio Relay League to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The amateur is progressive. He keeps the station abreast of science. It is well built and efficient. His operating practices above reproach. 4. The amateur is friendly. Full and patient sending when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration for the interests of others. These are marks of the amateur spirit. 5. The amateur is balanced. And this is important too, folks. The amateur is balanced. Radio is his hobby. He never allows it to interfere with any of his duties he owes to his home, his job, his school, or his community. And last but certainly not least, 6. The amateur is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the amateur's code. It's Tony, K9RFD, or EC here at Stevenson County always says. Something to live by, not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. Okay, do we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net this time? Please call now. Okay, at this time I would like to thank Dan, NIDCH, the trustee of this repeater, and the members of the 195 group for allowing us to use this repeater to host the Friday Night Fun Net. 6-1 will eventually, we'll get it going, folks. It'll be sometime later this fall before he does, Kurt does some work on the antenna system. Okay, I'm going to run down the list of stations who checked in so far. Like myself, K9GCR, Net Control, W9JTC, Jamie, K9NW, N9SVJ, K9KWR, K9YBG, K9QPL, K9MED, KD9MED. Mike was live streaming this net on this internet and recorded on the Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. K9GDY, K9ZIP, KD9M, Kurt and Roscoe. Our first hotline check-in of the evening, John, Case 9 DDF, Elgin, K9ETG, Al, Don, Rochelle. Hope he'll get his HF going again. His new antenna working beautifully on 2 meters in 440 anyway. K9KZG, we checked in mobile, on his way home from the football game. Let me reset. Case 9 CFL, Mike, we're sorry to hear about his mother-in-law. We'll keep her in our thoughts and prayers. W9AXD, Chad, and Janesville and his better half, Erica, KD9EBX. And our second Friday night fun net hotline check-in of the evening, Dave, AK9F. And K9FLO. Let's see, total of 2 hotline check-ins. Let's see, we got a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 honorary check-ins and 2 honorary check-ins, a grand total of 20 check-ins. Do we have any more stations like checking the Friday night fun net this time? Please call now. This is K9 GCR, the Friday night fun net on the K9RFD Repeater here in Rockford. Any more stations you want to check in, please call now. Okay, at this time I'm going to do my honorary check-in. N9ARB, Tony, REC here in Stevenson County, HC honorary check-in, along with his better half, Tracy. N9EAB, HC honorary check-in. We mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. Scott, A9. Silver Fox, HC honorary check-in. And Justin, A9FEO, HC honorary check-in. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard in Belvedere, N9ZO, HC honorary check-in. I will see him, hope to see him this coming Sunday at the Hamfest. Okay, let's see. I'm trying to think. Let's see now. KD9ICH, Robert, HC honorary check-in. W9KLG, Kevin, HC honorary check-in. Let's see. All right, I gotta check it. I gotta check something here. Oh boy. Hold on here. I gotta check to see. Okay, I'm gonna check in. Hold on. I'm gonna check in Jimmy, KC9 and GOL, HC honorary check-in. Okay. 189JZ. Mike, HC honorary check-in. Let's see. AH2I. Brad. You used to know him as WW9WWW. AA9G and whatever. That was the call when we started the Friday Night Fun Net back in the 2008. So he's checked in. Okay, I'm gonna check in Tony. KD9YUK. HC honorary check-in. One moment, please. Oh, I got checking Scott and Monroe. KC9YI. HC honorary check-in. N4WGN. Formerly N9ZXK. Bob, you're in Freeport. Lives about blocked a mile west of me here. HC honorary check-in. KD9LOA. Brandon, HC honorary check-in. And Lena. KD9OVJ. John McConnell, HC honorary check-in. N9WSQ, George, our president of our Repeater Association, HC honorary check-in. Oh, I got checking Eric. N9MCS. He's the one who told me about the C-Pash passing away. He's checked in. I got checking Matt, W3MBX. W3MBX. HC honorary check-in. K9RFD Norman Orville. HC honorary check-in. Oh, good grief. I got checking Larry. He says AC9GO. HC honorary check-ins. Okay. Oh boy, I'm trying to find Kevin's or in Roscoe. His call sign. I forget. I got to find it here. Oh boy. Well, I guess I'll just have to look for it later. I guess. Do we have any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9GCR. Here is KC9YI.
KC9YI. Okay, Scott. I only put you down as an honorary check-in, but I'll remove that HC. I'll put your regular check-in. So, okay, sounds good. Their signal's pretty good then. What's going on with you?
Well, we just got back from Door County this afternoon and was getting unpacked, and friends came over for a little bit, and so I'm kind of running kind of late tonight. But the repeater's coming in pretty good tonight. I've got a pretty good copy on it. Hopefully I'm getting back.
You're getting back. Oh, yeah, I'm copying every word you're saying. There is some noise in your signal, but I'm copying every word you're saying. Go ahead.
Real good, real good. Well, we had a nice time up in Door County. The weather was really beautiful, and Just a nice, we were up there for about 3 days, and it's a nice little stay. We could do quite a few things. We took a nice boat trip up to Death's Door on the kind of the top of the peninsula there, and we stayed in Sister Bay, which is it's a little bit above the middle of the peninsula on the Green Bay side, and sure is beautiful. They have beautiful sunsets there, and both Ephraim and Sister Bay and Fish Creek, that area there is really very, very pretty.
Yeah, I believe you. I've never been up there before, but I'll tell you, I hear the people talk about that. It is very beautiful, too. Yeah, on tonight's net, we're talking about the Radio Expo at Belvedere this coming Sunday. I'm planning on going, and so a lot of hands are also planning on going. I was asking a question. When you go to a handfest, I know you haven't been one in years, Scott, but when you go to handfest, do you look to buy stuff, or do you look around, or what do you like to see at a handfest?
Well, I like to look at the old equipment, that's for sure. And I don't know, I've kind of gotten into, some of this vintage equipment now. I've got a Yaesu Twins, my old Yaesu Twins, back when I started out, about 46, 47 years ago. So they're getting close to being 50 years old. And I picked up that, Dave gave me that old HW8 Heathkit QRP rig. Been having fun with that. And I've got a TS520 that needs a little work. I have had it on the air, but, well, we might have to try to work on that again a little bit. Somebody did give me a name of a guy out east that works on them. He's quite old. I don't know. Anyway, he's kind of specialized on this 520. But of course, they send out something that heavy out there, and I was hoping that I'd find somebody a little bit local to work on it. But anyway, it's they're fun events.
That's good. That's definitely great there, Scott. Okay. Hey, I'm gonna let you go. You have a good evening. Thanks for checking. We'll catch you on the net this coming Sunday night.
Sounds good, Jim. Take care and have fun down there at Belvedere. If you go down there. Catch you later, KC9GCR, and this is KC9YI.
I got it right. Glenn, KO4WTN is going to take me down this Sunday. 7-3, talk to you later. KC9GCR. Good night.
Have fun, Jim. Good night. KC9YI, clear.
Okay, we got two more honorary check-ins. Kevin, N9EGF in Roscoe, and N9DLB Dave here in Freeport. 42 check-ins. Okay, any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Unable to copy. You might want to increase your power. Let's try that, change the location. Let's try that one more time, please. Scott in Monticello, is that you?
Yes, it is, Jimmy. I'm not looking real good.
Sounds good, Scott. What's going on? We're talking about the the Radio Expo this coming Sunday. Are you planning on going?
No, I will not be going. Yeah, that's what's going on here. Just kind of a really tricky day, fall,
Okay, I understand. Okay, Scott, I'm going to say 7-3. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net, and enjoy your evening, and enjoy your weekend. We'll talk to you down the line. Thanks for checking in.
7-3.
Do we have any more stations that like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Does anybody have any questions, comments, input, or traffic you'd like to bring before the net? Well, I guess everybody's, this concludes our main business for the net. I guess everybody's checked in who was going to check in. So, it was a great net. So hopefully we'll see all of you at Belvedere. So, okay, I'm gonna tell you what, be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces, your nephews, your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk beyond the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure to tell the clerk beyond the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your post office when you go to buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell your bank cashier. Tell your new car dealer, your used car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday Night Fun Net. More check-ins to President. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check in. Sorry, folks, we do not take check-ins from jailbirds, jammers, potty moms, crackheads, dopeheads, bondheads, the telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee, or clench your fist when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the boo, we don't take your check-ins. Plain and as simple as that. Okay, with that, this is the last call for any stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net from everywhere in the region. With route traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Ratchet Jaw. Well, folks, it was another successful Friday Night Fun Net. I want to thank everybody for participating. I hope you enjoyed the net as much as I enjoyed bringing it to you. So, okay, have a good time. I'll see you, many of you, at the Belvedere for the Ham Fest. Hope to see you then. And tune in again next week, same time, same repeater, for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, now closing down the special Radio Expo edition of the Friday Night Fun Net, and return the repeaters of frequency normal amateur radio use at 10:24 p.m. Central Daylight Time, 3 hours, 24 minutes Zulu time, with a total of unofficial count of 43 check-ins overall. Seven threes, everybody. This net is now closed. The repeater is now open for normal amateur radio use. 7-3-8, boys, this is K9GCR. Wish you all a very pleasant good night. We'll see you at Belvedere. K9MED, K9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it, Mike. 2 hour and 24-minute net, an unofficial count of 43 check-ins.
All right, copy that, Jimmy. We'll get it posted as soon as we shut her down.
Okay, and I hope to see you in Belvedere this Sunday.
Yep, Jimmy, as far as I know, I should be there.
Okay, I hope Ricky W9AXD is there. You can meet. Got so close 2 years ago. Okay, 7-3, Mike. Have a good evening. We'll see you Sunday, we hope. K9G sharp and clear. 7-3, good night.
Alrighty, Jimmy. KD9MED clear.